Hello and welcome to the channel. If you haven't done so already, make sure to give it a like and subscribe. It's free of charge, and yeah, it helps the channel grow. And I appreciate all the people that subscribe to the channel. You guys are amazing, and yeah, you give me the motivation to go on. So without further ado, let's go ahead and check out the new 2023 L Lexus L Lexus RX 350, and this, you know what? To be honest, I like the new design better comparing to the old design. The old design, the grill was just hideous. My God. Like all those people that's designing these cars should be fired because that's how hideous the grill is. But this new one, the RX 350, it's definitely an improvement. So let's go ahead and check it out. And we're gonna do a side by side comparison as well too. All right, so here we go. So we have both of the side by side here ready for you guys. So as first, you can take a look at the design. I really like the design, just the overall design of the vehicle, especially that exterior. So that's where I'm trying to get to, that exterior. Okay, so this is a good photo right here. Maybe the next one. Let's see, what about this one? You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the Highlander. Like they took a little bit of a design influence from the Highlander, but that could be me reaching over here because I tend to reach a lot where making connection that doesn't make sense. But that's just me, and you enjoyed it. But anyway, the first thing that I noticed, obviously with the new RX 350, what the new design is, the grill completely changed. It's a completely different change, which I kind of like, to be honest, comparing to this one right here. Not a fan of that look at all. Um, yeah. And if we're going over to the interior, has also been completely redesigned. I always dig these nice red interior or red seats with the contrast, with a little bit of a black contrast. I love that interior, especially if you have like a white in the outside and then a red and black that blends really really well. But anyway, so that's the interior of it. As you can see, you still have a lot of similar things here. You still have a nice big screen over here. I'm sure that there's some things that were added on this vehicle as well. The infotainment system has been changed as well too. You used to have your AC vent right up here. Um, but I do think that we need to have a discussion, and maybe that's something that you guys would be interested into, is me just having a live stream and we can talk about just car technology and just different stuff. That's something that I'm kind of working on, behind the scene, that I want to do. um you know is technology good in cars? you know for some things, yes. For some, no. I think technology is a great tool to add on with skill sets that you already have, but I feel like we shouldn't over rely on technology as well also. And I'm a huge fan of technology, but I think too much technology, what it's going to do is just make us lazier. I mean, look at the smartphone. The invention of the smartphone is a blessing, but it's also just terrible because with smartphones, we are dumber because of smartphones. We are dumber when it comes to smartphones. I mean, can you remember at least 2 to 3 phone numbers on your head that, if it's not written down somewhere, that you have memorized? I remember at least one phone number, but all the other ones I forgot. But before technology, you know, got so far ahead, you used to have to memorize certain things. Just like when it comes to driving, you're used to doing certain things. Now, when the car is doing everything for you, like parallel park for you or park for you in general, you're getting laxed because the car is doing it for you, and then you're not going to be able to perform those actions later on by yourself. But I don't know. Anyway, moving on. So they kept this little design right here on the headlights. You can see it here, and I think they're using, no, they changed that also. I like it. I overall like it. The design, I think they nailed it. The interior too, I love the interior. Now, the exterior looks absolutely amazing. So let's see if we can see the rear version of this. So see if we can compare that as well too. Yeah, the rear is completely different comparing to its predecessor. It's a huge upgrade. RX 500H. This is the hybrid version of it. I could not find a hybrid one to. You got the 450. We got, yeah, this is a 450. 450 hybrid maybe. So this one. So this one starts at about 53,000 to maybe 56,000, or if not higher. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the specs of this car. So the new car weighs less than the predecessor, 198 pounds less. 2023 RX Lexus RX, that's GAK platform, which is shared with the ES and the NX platform. Moving on, despite featuring a 2.36 inch millimeter longer wheelbase, the 2023 RX remains 192.5 inches or 4,890 millimeters. Overhang has been reduced by the same amount. That's good news, as rear seat passengers will find additional legroom, which is always nice. Moving on to the displacements, the RX 350's 3.5 liter V6 has been replaced by a new turbocharged. If it ain't broke, don't. I don't know why everybody's switching over to turbo. But anyways, moving on. The V6 is a solid engine. Has replaced by a new turbocharged 2.4 liter 4-cylinder. Produces 275 horsepower and 317 foot-pound of torque, which is a decrease of 20 miles per hour. So you lost some horsepower, but you gain more torque, because that's what, turbos give you, way more torque. And I hope that they give it a little bit more range with this new engine, because it's supposed to be more fuel efficient. However, it's worth noting customers shouldn't expect to see huge fuel economy gains. Lexus estimates the RX 350 will retain 24 miles per gallon combined, which isn't much better than the old V6 powered model that offered up 23 miles per gallon. So all that just so you can get nowhere. So why change it? Why not just keep the same platform? We all know that gasoline engine versus a turbocharged engine, or should I say a non-turbo engine versus a turbo engine, tends to last longer, because the turbo puts more stress on it, and it's a smaller motor too that they're turbocharging. So maybe I'm reading too much into it. I know that Toyota really tests out their engines before they put it in their vehicles, and they're really amazing company when it comes to reliability. So maybe I should just give them a chance here. But anyway, power output takes a major hit, as the 2023 RX 350-ish is rated at 246 horsepower, 233 of torque, which pales in comparison to 308 and 247 foot-pound of torque in the old RX 450 hybrid. However, Lexus says the new model is actually faster, as the dash to 60 miles per hour will take 7.4 seconds instead of 7. Really? Really? That's not much of a... Anyway, of course, hybrids are mainly about fuel efficiency, and this is where the RX 350 hybrid excels and believes the model will have a combined fuel economy rating of 33 miles per gallon, or 3 miles per gallon better than its predecessor. Woohoo! Anyway, buyers can also opt for all-new RX 450 hybrid, plug-in hybrid. Lexus wasn't ready to talk about US specification, but the model will presumably share its powertrain with the NX 450 hybrid plus, or plug-in. Features a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine, 3 electric motors, and 18.1 kilowatt lithium-ion battery pack. The setup gives the plug-in hybrid NX 302 horsepower and an electric only range of 37 miles. Oof. That is very meager range. All right, so now I think this is the 500H right here, which is a bigger motor, obviously. 2.4 liter engine, 6 speed automatic transmission, and rear axle with a high output electric motor that promises to provide improved performance and a quick acceleration. The setup enables the all-wheel drive crossover to produce 367 horsepower and 406 torque, which is enough to smack the grin right off the Acura MDX Type S's face. The good news doesn't end there, as the RX 500h F Sport performance runs from 0 to 60 in 5.9 seconds and has a combined estimated fuel ratings of 26 miles per gallon, which is 7 miles per gallon more than the Acura. At some point, like at some point, we need a change because, you know, government regulations that they have to have a certain amount of MPGs that are required. So that is why you see the switch from, you know, regular combustion engines to turbocharged combustion engines, and more hybrids are getting put out, as well as electric vehicles. Lexus also has their RX, or the 450E, I believe it's what it's called. That's going to be their electric or fully electric version of of that area, but it's way more expensive because premium. You're paying for that premium name, Lexus. Lexus luxury go hand in hand. But let me know what you guys think about this new vehicle. To me, I love it. I like it. But the price is not what I'm gonna love. But I definitely dig the new styling. I like the new grills comparing to the old scowling. Ooh, I did not see this sexy beast right here. Damn. Looks way better in blue. Love it. Anyway, are you in the market? If you are, definitely look into this Lexus. Or the NX. Their NX is not as expensive as their other ones, but you know, when you're paying for the name. If you want the cheaper version, you can go with the RAV4, or I don't know. There's just so many options. If you want more room, Highlander. If you want, you know, and they just redid the Highlander's interior and they gave it a turbocharge, yay, which didn't even improve the MPG that much. But anyway, sorry for taking up so much of your time. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to like and subscribe, and have yourself a very blessed day, because I'm out.